My colleagues and I are pleased this morning to welcome some special athletes as our last guests this year for Women's History Month. Not only one, but two women's teams from the Ohio State University have won national championships in the past 10 days. The Ohio State synchronized swimming team swept each category in their competition to win their 33rd national title, and we're pleased to have with us the OSU women's hockey team, which beat Minnesota Duluth to become national champions last week. They set US and OSU records along the way during the season. And even the coaches in their championship game made history with both teams having an all-female coaching staff, which had never happened before at a national championship. I also understand that 15 of these women are on the all-academic team, which is even more impressive for students that have so much of their time taken up by athletics. We have Linda Logan here from the Greater Columbus Sports Commission to start us off and then introduce Coach Nadine Mazeral. And I think Linda is on. Welcome, yes. Linda.
Thank you so much, Commissioner. So excited to be here. And as you mentioned, two amazing championships in just 10 days. So proud to have been at both in attendance. So just a way to rock out the last few days of March and celebrating National History Month for Women. So anyway, without further ado, I know that the team is gathered on campus. You can see them on screen with Kelsey Klein's Zoom. So I'll take it away, Coach. I think you're on mute. There you go.
Hi, I'm Nadine Mazeral. I'm the head coach for the women's hockey team. We're so grateful for you guys inviting us on your Zoom call today, as we know you're very important people. Unfortunately, I'm not with the team right now, so the ladies are under Kelsey Klein's Zoom, so they're over at our lounge right now. I'm at my house, so if you hear screaming, that I do have two small children, and it's always loud. But just wanted to say I'm so grateful in the Ohio State and all that it has done for our ladies and the resources that they provide for us to really be elite. First, I'd like to thank Diana Sabo, too, for hiring me 6 years ago. I don't know if you guys really know the story, but there was talk about possibly folding this team 8 years ago. I was the third coach in 3 years. So if you were a junior, you didn't have the same coach twice. And to come in and see what the team was 6 years ago to capturing a national championship in a short amount of time based on these young ladies' sacrifices and hard work, they now can crown themselves a national champion. And I'm forever grateful for OSU and all that they have done for us. It was so fantastic to see President Johnson and Veronica at our game supporting us in the suite, and Gene Smith, of course, with Sheila cheering us on. And it spoke volumes when our men's basketball team was in March Madness, but yet they were at State College at the Penn State University cheering on the women's hockey team for its first ever national championship. So very proud in Ohio State athletics, but also in the entire state of Ohio. You really felt the love and support from the entire state. Just having a moment, because when you're in it, you don't see everything that's happening. And when you had a couple of minutes to yourself, a few days later, you could relish in everything that happened. And just, again, forever grateful for these young women and what they've done to get Ohio State to be the best in the country and then put the state of Ohio, put hockey on the map in the state of Ohio. So thank you.
Well, Coach, I'll jump in here real quick since we had some dead time there. We're very proud of what you and the girls were able to accomplish. In my house, I'm at home as well today. If you hear any noise here, it'll be my dog barking because my kids are all out and about today. But in my house, we are big fans of women's athletics and women's sports. Linda knows my kids, knows my girls, my sons and my girls. But I have a daughter who was a college athlete as well. She was a softball player. And I have another one who aspires maybe one day to be a Buckeye softball player. So, we've been up to watch the Buckeyes play softball many times, including the other night. But we are very, very proud of what this team has done. And winning any title is a great accomplishment, but to win the national title, holy cow, the work that you guys must have put in, the work, the Board of Commissioners honors on a regular basis state champions, state championship teams, state championship athletes. This is a rare and unique honor that we get to honor a national champion. We're very proud of everything that you guys have done. But we also want to let you know that we're proud of who you are, not just what you've done. We're proud of the work that you've put in. We're proud of the effort that you put in to accomplish this, and the work that you do in the classroom, the work that you do in the community. We're also proud of the synchronized swimming team. Coach Holly Vargo Brown is a friend. Her daughter actually played softball with my older daughter. So I've known Holly for a long time, just ran into her in the grocery store a couple of weeks ago, as a matter of fact. But we are very, very proud of all the work that you guys do, both on the ice, in the rink, and in the classroom and in the community. And the story that you told, Coach, about where you brought this program from 6 or 7 years ago to where it is now is inspiring. And so we're proud of you guys, not just as Buckeyes, but proud of everything that you guys do on a regular basis. So thank you. The other thing I like to always say to all the kids that come before us is, don't let this be the biggest thing that you ever accomplish in your life. This is the work that you guys have done, and you guys should be proud of this accomplishment. There's no doubt. But 30 years down the road, 40 years down the road, when you're our age, 30 years down the road when you're our age, don't look back on your life and let this be the biggest accomplishment. Let this be the thing that inspires you and sets you up to have all the great accomplishments that you're going to have for the rest of your life. If this is the biggest thing that you've ever done with your life in 30 or 40 years, then you will have wasted your opportunity. So don't do that. And then finally, make sure that you thank the people who helped to get you here. Make sure you thank your parents. Make sure you thank your family members. Make sure you thank your coaches and your professors and everybody, because there's a lot of people who helped you get here. Make sure you say thank you to them for all the time and the effort, all the rides and the late nights and the early mornings that they put in to help you get where you are. Great job, guys. We're really proud.
I'll just say it too. Oh, go ahead, Madam
Are
President.
the girls here? I don't know if they wanted to say something,
Yeah,
or
they're
the
on
other
screen.
coach before we gave her. Okay, I see them. If they want to say something, or the other coach before I give my remarks, or you, Commissioner Boyd.
Yeah, we just want to say thank you so much for all the support. Like Muzzy said, we really felt it all year, and really appreciate the kind words, and are just so excited to be able to come back and share this with not only Ohio State, but the whole city of Columbus and the state of Ohio, and really being able to see like the impact that we can have on young girls and women's sports in the community has probably meant the most to us. So thank you guys.
I'd just like to add, these young ladies are also very humble. I can't see through the screen who's there right now, but we just received at the end of last year, the highest cumulative GPA for a sports team at Ohio State with 3.75 GPA, and they are doing remarkable things. Commissioner Grady, I really appreciate what you said. Don't let this be the best thing that you ever accomplish over the years, because this is a stepping stone for them. And if the ladies that are there, if you could just say your name and like what you're studying and what you plan to do with that, I think that'd be great for them to hear, because they're not taking cupcake classes. We have a lot of very brilliant young minds that are going to help shape and mold the future, because they are tomorrow's role models and future. So maybe Liz, since you're closest to the camera, you can start it off.
Yep, my name is Liz Shepers. I'm a fifth year. My undergrad was in health sciences, and next year I'm going to go to physical therapy school.
My name is Riley Bregman. I'm a sophomore here, and I'm a sport industry major. I'm Quinn Coons. I'm a health sciences major. I'm going to get another major in psychology and either be sports psych or PA school.
Hi, my name is Sarah. I'm a senior, and I study sport industry.
Hi, my name is Emily, and my undergrad was organizational leadership, and my grad is public management. And I'd like to coach youth hockey.
Hi, I'm Jenna Buglioni. I'm a sophomore. I'm a sport industry major here, and I want to be a firefighter after I graduate.
Hi, I'm Amanda Sealy. I'm a sophomore and I'm studying criminology.
Hi, I'm Gabby Rosenthal. I'm a senior and I'm studying speech and hearing science.
Hi, I'm Lauren Bernard. I'm a junior and I'm studying civil engineering.
Hi, I'm Claire George and I got my degree in nursing and I'm doing a master's in bioethics and starting my nursing career this summer.
Hi, I'm Hadley Hartnett. I'm a junior and I'm studying communications.
Hi, my name is sorry. My name is Andrea. I'm a senior and I study psychology, criminology, for forensics, and I want to go to law school after.
Hi, my name is Faith Levis. I'm a senior and I'm studying health sciences.
Hi, my name is Brooke Bank. I'm a junior and I'm studying strategic communications.
Well,
Thanks, guys.
congratulations. Commissioner Boyce, did you want to go ahead and give your remarks?
Yeah, thank you, Madam President. And I also want to thank the coach and the athletes as well. Pardon me. The only thing I'll add, I mean, Commissioner O'Grady really said everything very well, and I would just co-sign on everything he said. The only thing that I would add, to highlight what you've accomplished is wouldn't do enough justice for what it means also. And so I want to encourage you to take a moment to recognize your hard work, to bask in the glory of that hard work, and to know what you accomplish was significant and important. I too am a former Division I college athlete, and here's what I know for sure about that experience. The lessons that I learned about discipline, hard work, dedication, commitment, teamwork, very much live with me as a professional today. I'm very fortunate to have had accomplishments both in business and in politics, and I can attribute all of that pathway to the discipline that came as an athlete. And in particular, being a Division I athlete where you're competing against the best athletes in the country. And I think being a college athlete at any level is an accomplishment and takes a certain type of commitment and whatnot. But Division I is a special commitment because of the level of athletes you're dealing with and the resources that are on the table to compete. And so I want you to, while I agree 1,000% with what Commissioner O'Grady laid out, I want to tell you to focus on the things that got you that championship. Going to school all day and then practicing in the evening or afternoon, taking care of your body with eating the right things or exercising, lifting weights, doing all the things that you see as a day-to-day routine, but quite frankly is a discipline. It is a commitment. It is the understanding that I'm a part of a team and an effort, and the outcome that you achieved is a culmination of all of those things. And I really believe that life works that way as well. And so to all of you young ladies, I'm so proud to be in a position to honor you today, knowing what you've achieved and what you've accomplished. And quite frankly, with all the majors that you all laid out, I see the same kinds of things happening in your respective fields. You know, you will be champions in the respective fields that you are seeking educationally. And we look forward to your service and you staying in Central Ohio after you graduate and sharing that skill and that leadership with us in a different way. So congratulations, Godspeed, and good luck in your future endeavors.
I would just add just a few things because Commissioner Boyce and Commissioner Grady did a really great job in highlighting, you know, what it takes and understanding of what it takes to get to this point. So congratulations, ladies. As a woman, seeing you all win a national championship with an all-women coaching team is just like awe-inspiring. So congratulations. I didn't play college sports. I did play softball for 10 years, but as I have a senior who plays club volleyball and we travel all the time and hoping to play at a D1 school next year, I get what it takes from a player perspective, but also a parent perspective and a coaching perspective. And so discipline, commitment, perseverance, that can-do attitude, that teamwork, that collaboration that got you to this point, got you to the Ohio State University and this national championship is exactly what you will need as you move forward in your respective fields. So I'm so happy for you all. I'm proud of you ladies. Good luck in your future endeavors and just live in this moment. It's easy for us to, look forward to the next thing, the next accomplishment and the next achievement. But what you all were able to accomplish is no easy feat. So I hope that you bask in this moment and take from it all that it has to offer. I know we have a resolution for you that we will make sure we get to you. But again, congratulations and good luck.
Thank you so much, everybody. We truly appreciate it. Thank you, Linda, too.
Thank you, Linda.
Everyone.
Okay, next up, if we could get approval of the minutes of the March 21st general session, executive session only, and the March 22nd, 2022 general session, and the March 24th, 2022 briefing session.
So move.
Second,
Moved and seconded, voting Commissioner Boyce,
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady,
yes.
Commissioner Crawley.
Yes.
Thank you. The minutes have been approved.
First up, we have the engineer. And I know that we have a public hearing. Can the clerk please read the public hearing?
Resolution regarding plans approved for the improvement of Rings Road, County Road number 33, from Cosgray Road, County Road number 39, to Churchman Road, Washington Township, City of Dublin, Franklin County, Ohio.
I would like to open the public hearing for this resolution. Is there anyone here or in the audience who would like to speak on this public hearing? Seeing and hearing none, I would like to close the public hearing and have the clerk read the resolution into the record.
Resolution number 24122. Plans approved for the improvement of Rings Road, County Road number 33, from Cosgray Road, County Road number 39, to Churchman Road, Washington Township, City of Dublin, Franklin County, Ohio.
Good morning, Commissioners.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
My name is Cornell Robertson, Franklin County Engineer. And before I get started, I wanted to mention that today, March 29th, is National Vietnam War Veterans Day. Therefore, I want to thank all such veterans, including my father, Branch Robertson, who served in the U.S. Navy, and say, welcome home, in case they didn't hear it way back then.
Agree.
Sorry about that. It appears my video was turned off. All right, on with the regularly scheduled program. This capital improvement project is in the northwest part of the county in Washington Township along Rings Road from Cosgray Road to Churchman Road. This is a cooperative project among Franklin County, Washington Township, City of Dublin, and CSX to improve Rings Road with full depth pavement replacement, resurfacing, urban gutters, pedestrian facilities, street lighting, street trees, and an upgraded railroad crossing. With this resolution, I'm asking you to approve and sign the plans so we can schedule the project for construction. If not already, I will see that the title sheet is delivered to the clerk for you all to sign. Happy to answer any questions you may have.
If there are no comments or questions, move for adoption of Resolution 241-22.
Second,
Moved and seconded, voting Commissioner Boyce,
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady,
yes.
Commissioner Crawley.
Yes.
Resolution number 24122 has been adopted. Resolution number 24222, establishing, altering, and widening of Renner Road, County Road number 27, from Alton and Darby Creek Road, County Road number 272, to Spindler Road, County Road number 153, Norwich Township, Franklin County, Ohio, declared necessary.
This capital improvement project is in the west part of the county in Norwich Township along Renner Road from Alton and Darby Creek Road to Spindler Road. This is a cooperative project among Franklin County, City of Hilliard, City of Columbus, private developers, and the Franklin County Transportation Improvement District to improve Renner Road with the addition of a two-way left turn lane, drainage upgrades, and pedestrian infrastructure. This resolution is the first in a series of two to declare the project necessary. Pending any questions, I request your approval.
If there are no comments or questions, move for adoption of 242-22.
Second.
Moved and seconded, voting Commissioner Boyce?
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady?
Yes.
Commissioner Crawley?
yes,
Resolution number 24222 has been adopted. Resolution number 24322. Trans Systems Corporation of Ohio Consulting Engineers appointed to assist the Franklin County Engineer in performing a feasibility study for the Morris Road, County Road number 17, from Johnstown Road, US 62, to Reynoldsburg, New Albany Road, County Road number 6 Improvement Project, Plain Township and Jefferson Township, Franklin County, Ohio, in the amount of $112,600.
Commissioners, this capital improvement project is in the northeast part of the county on the line between Jefferson Township and Plain Township along Morris Road from Johnstown Road to Reynoldsburg, New Albany Road. It is a cooperative project among Franklin County, Columbus, New Albany, Gahanna, and the Franklin County Transportation Improvement District to widen the roadway, improve drainage, and add pedestrian facilities. This resolution is for a feasibility study contract with Trans Systems to investigate potential infrastructure investments to improve safety and capacity along the corridor. Trans Systems is a local engineering firm, and we utilize the qualifications-based selection process. I respectfully request your approval of this resolution.
If there are no comments or questions, move for adoption of 243-22.
Second.
Moved and seconded, voting Commissioner Boyce?
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady?
Yes.
Commissioner Crawley?
yes,
Resolution number 24322 has been adopted. Resolution number 24422. Resolution authorizing a contract with Halls Construction Materials Testing Incorporated to provide consulting services in the amount of $50,000.
This resolution is a professional services contract with Halls Construction Materials Testing to provide testing services for our annual resurfacing programs at the asphalt plants and on-site to ensure specifications are met. Halls is a certified woman-owned business. Happy to answer any questions you may have.
If there are no comments or questions, move for adoption of 244-22.
Second.
Moved and seconded, voting Commissioner Boyce?
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady?
Yes.
Commissioner Crawley?
yes,
Resolution number 24422 has been adopted. Resolution number 24522. Report forth of the Franklin County Engineer establishing sums of compensation for a portion of the owners of property abutting the Roar Road, County Road number 235 at London Groveport Road, State Route 317, Improvement Project, Madison Township, Franklin County, Ohio, in the amount of $18,753.
Commissioners, this capital improvement project is in the southeast part of the county in Madison Township and the area of Rickenbacker. It is a cooperative project to build a roundabout with funding from Franklin County, $1.2 million of federal safety funding through ODOT, $1.9 million from OPWC, $141,000 from a private developer, and $450,000 from the Franklin County Transportation Improvement District. This resolution is the fourth report for right-of-way acquisition, includes one property, and the appraisal is based on fair market value. Any questions? I request your approval.
If there are no comments or questions, move for adoption of 245-22.
Second.
Moved and seconded, voting Commissioner Boyce?
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady?
Yes.
Commissioner Crawley?
yes,
Resolution number 24522 has been adopted. Resolution number 24622. Resolution granting approval to declare equipment obsolete and no longer needed for Franklin County use and authorizing sale of said equipment.
This resolution seeks authorization to declare equipment obsolete and authorizes the sale or proper disposal of the identified equipment, including a tractor, a trailer, and a chip spreader. We will allow political subdivisions a designated period of time to bid and purchase those items before offering them for public auction. I respectfully request your approval of this resolution.
Madam President, if we could just hold for 1 second. Commissioner Boyce is conferring with the prosecutor's office.
Okay.
Thank you.
My apologies. 246? Okay. Yeah, if there are no comments or questions, move for adoption of Resolution 246-22.
Second.
Moved and seconded, voting. Commissioner Boyce,
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady,
Yes.
Commissioner Crawley.
Yes.
Resolution number 24622 has been adopted. Resolution number 24722, approval of the Parr Estates Section 1 subdivision plat, Prairie Township, Franklin County, Ohio.
This resolution is for the subdivision known as Parr Estates, Section 1. It is in the southwest part of the county in Prairie Township, east of Alkire Road, Coons Road, and Bausch Road intersection. With this resolution, I am asking you to approve and sign the final plat for Section 1, creating 2 lots on a 1.4 acre tract. If not already, I will see that the Mylar is delivered to the clerk for you all to sign. Happy to answer any questions you may have.
If there are no comments or questions, move for adoption of 247-22.
Second.
Moved and seconded, voting. Commissioner Boyce,
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady,
Yes.
Commissioner Crawley.
Yes.
Resolution number 24722 has been adopted.
Thank you all very much. Have a great day.
Thank you, Mr. Engineer, and thank you for highlighting that today is National Vietnam War Veterans Day. We thank your father for his service, and I'd just like to highlight my father, Eric Crawley, who served in the Army during Vietnam, and say welcome home to him as well. So thank you so much, Mr. Engineer, for highlighting that.
Madam
Have a
President,
wonderful day.
Madam President, can I jump in there too and acknowledge my dad who served as well?
Absolutely.
Thank you so much. And Mr. Engineer, thank you so much for. I didn't even know today was National Vietnam Veterans Day. I did not know that. I'm going to do a post about it. But my father too served in the Vietnam War. Actually did 2 tours as a Marine in Vietnam, and I'm so proud of his service. And he's no longer with us today, but welcome home, and we love you and miss you. And thank you so much for bringing that to our attention, Mr. Engineer.
You're quite welcome. My pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a wonderful day.
Thanks to
And,
everybody for their service.
absolutely. Thank you, Commissioner Boyce, to your father for his service. It definitely does not go unnoticed. Next, we have the Sheriff's Office.
Resolution number 24822, resolution authorizing the acceptance of a comprehensive opioid abuse site-based grant for the Franklin County HOPE Task Force in the amount of $324,243.81.
Good morning, Commissioners and County Administration. Albert Smith, Assistant Finance Director for the Sheriff's Office. To aid in the presentation of our first resolution, I have Chief Meidert from our Investigations Division to answer any questions you might have about it. This resolution will allow the Sheriff's Office to accept funding for the Comprehensive Opioid Abuse Site-Based Grant to enhance the battle against drug possession and trafficking. The grant will be used for an investigator's salary, to purchase equipment, and linking of non-fatal overdose survivors with healthcare services. The Sheriff's duties will include administration, implementation, oversight of the grant, and collaboration with Southeast Healthcare. The grant period is from October 1st of 2020 through September 30th of 2023. Work will not start until final approval is given by the Commissioners. Pending any questions, I request passage of this resolution.
There are no comments or questions. Move for adoption of 248-22.
Second.
Moved and seconded, voting. Commissioner Boyce,
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady,
Yes.
Commissioner Crawley.
Yes.
Resolution number 24822 has been adopted. Resolution number 24922. Resolution authorizing the acceptance of a body-worn camera grant for the Franklin County Sheriff's Office in the amount of $232,200.
Brought to you by CNN Plus. The world is
Commissioners, our final resolution will authorize acceptance of a body-worn camera grant awarded by the Office of Criminal Justice Services in the amount of $232,200. This grant will allow our office to help augment the purchase of 650 body-worn cameras passed by Resolution 97-22 on February 8th of this year. The grant period is from July 1st of 2021 through June 30th of 2022. Pending any questions, I request passage of this resolution.
Is that a state agency or a federal agency? Grant.
It's a state agency.
State agency. Okay, thanks. If there are no comments or questions, move for adoption of 249-22.
Second.
Moved and seconded, voting. Commissioner Boyce?
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady?
Yes.
Commissioner Crawley?
Yes.
Resolution number 24922 has been adopted.
Thank you, Commissioners.
Thank you. Have a great day. Next, we have the Office of Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion.
Okay, got that.
Excuse me. Resolution number 25022. Resolution authorizing an agreement with Columbus Fashion Alliance to support economic growth and combat underrepresentation in the fashion industry in the amount of $375,000.
Good morning, Commissioners and County Administration. D'Amica Withers, Chief Economic Equity and Inclusion Officer for Franklin County Office of Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion. Commissioners, this resolution is a request for $375,000 to assist Columbus Fashion Alliance in hiring of staff for their programs and initiatives to serve the targeted audience of African American youth who otherwise would not have the opportunity to experience innovative workforce and skill development programs in the fashion industry. This funding will also help advance equity and opportunities for designers of color and lowering the barriers of access and entry into the business of fashion for economic growth of Franklin County. Johanna Terrell, CEO representative of Columbus Fashion Alliance, is in attendance today to speak more toward this contract and the barrier-breaking initiatives that he and Columbus Fashion Alliance have been doing in our Franklin County community. And I respectfully request your approval of this resolution.
Is he going to speak?
Hello, good morning, everyone. How's everybody doing?
Good morning.
I just want to say thank you to the county commissioners and the Office of Diversity and Inclusion for all of your support of the Columbus Fashion Alliance. You know, we sent out a documentary. We actually documented the summer program, and really watching that documentary, we aired it a few weeks ago at the Gateway Movie Theater. It gave us a chance to really reflect and see just how much learning and being exposed to the fashion industry, which in Columbus, as the #3 fashion city in the country, we have such a wealth of knowledge, and being able to see how much this impacted the young participants' lives and open up a whole new world for them where typically they don't have access to this type of information. And since we have such a wealth of it, it was really powerful to see what it unlocks. And we want to continue to do that. And the funds that you guys are providing for us will allow us to hire a full staff. And so we won't any longer be project-based. We'll be programmatic-based. We'll have full-time staff to continue to do this work and work all year round to help impact more lives. And just to even add a little bit more to that, one of the projects that we worked on with a company called Midwest Kids, we made a collection with them. And just recently, as of last Monday, LeBron James wore it to the Cavs and Lakers game. And it just sent a frenzy throughout the city, especially with the youth, because they got to see their work go all the way to the top. And that is the type of impact that we can continue to have in Columbus, Ohio, and really start to embrace this. So this is just the beginning of the work we're going to do. We're going to continue to move forward with it. And it's partnerships like these and support like this that really helps change our city for the better. This is a mission of the community, and we're going to keep on driving it forward. But I just really want to say thank you all. I've had a chance to talk with many of you, and just hearing your support, and now feeling and experiencing your support is just really awesome, and I really appreciate it. Thank you, everyone, for continuing to allow us to make this impact. And again, we're just getting started.
Madam President, may I say something?
Absolutely.
Thank you. I just want to say that this is, one, Mr. Terrell, thank you so much for what you're doing to continue to bring and put Central Ohio on the map internationally. We are, as I've talked about before, if you grew up here in Columbus, you know just how far we've come as a community, as a city. And to see this evolution continue to evolve in a way that charts a future for our region and for Central Ohio, and a name for Central Ohio nationally and internationally, it's made up of many pieces and parts. And one of them is just culture and exposure. And so to me, this is one of the many pieces of the puzzle that allows Central Ohio to grow up and to be what we were meant to be. And that is a very inclusive, very diverse, very culturally rich community that is demonstrative of these types of efforts. I will just add, Yogi, if I know that Brian wore that gear, if those young people want me to do that as well, I'm sure I could uplift it as well, and that might excite them. I could wear it to a speech or something, and I know that I have that kind of presence like LeBron too, so I would be happy to consider doing that, but congratulations, thank you so much. We're really looking forward to what the Fashion Alliance brings to Central Ohio, and the recognition that it will help us internationally and nationally for what we are. And so thank you so much for your work. Looking forward to seeing the results.
Well, Columbus has been a fashion center for a long time. Commissioner Boyce is a much more fashionable guy than I am, so I'm not going to try to steal his thunder on this one. But it's great that you're helping to get this wonderful recognition for the community. So great work.
Yeah, I would just echo that, Yogi. I appreciate all the work that you are doing in this space to bring Columbus and Franklin County out of the shadows. It's so many people who say, "Oh my gosh, I did not know that Columbus was the third, largest city that is, a fashion capital compared to LA and New York." And it's just that people don't have that awareness. We haven't really done a great job promoting that asset, or all the assets that we have as far as fashion, and being a headquarters for a number of fashion houses. So, really appreciate the work that you're doing in that space. And then also breaking barriers and helping those who typically have trouble breaking into this space and into this market, get a start, get their name out there, and scale their business, designers and alike, And so again, just thank you for all the work that you're doing. Thank you to the designers and everyone who have a relationship with the Columbus Fashion Alliance that's really trying to, promote and move Columbus forward. So happy to support this resolution.
Thank you all, and I look forward to finding some opportunities for all of you, including Kevin, to wear something real sweet. We're gonna put something together for you. We got you.
Hey, get me right now. Get me right. Come on now.
Thank you, Yogi. Thank you, commissioners.
I wear extra medium, just so you know.
Extra medium.
What?
Extra medium. Extra medium.
I do not.
If there are no further comments or questions, move for adoption of 250-22. Exciting stuff.
Second.
Moved and seconded, voting. Commissioner Boyce?
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady?
Yes.
Commissioner Crawley?
Yes.
Resolution number 250-22 has been adopted. Resolution number 25122, resolution recognizing the 2022 Racial Equity Council members to focus on the implementation of 3 of the Racial Equity Council recommendations from April 1st, 2022 through March 31st, 2023.
Good morning, Commissioners and County Administration. Leandra Tricoros, Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Administrator in the Office of Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion. On December 14, 2021, the Franklin County Board of Commissioners adopted the Racial Equity Council recommendations through Resolution Number 0971-21, which established a sustainable equity framework for Franklin County employees and communities to embed diversity, equity, and inclusion in the structure of Board of Commissioner agencies. The Office of Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion is excited to present the 2022 Racial Equity Council members that have made a commitment to proactively applying a racial equity and inclusion lens to how Franklin County government approaches recruiting, learning and development, programming, and service delivery. The council will serve from April 1st, 2022 to March 31st, 2023, and we have the 17 new members in attendance with us virtually today. Those new members are Benjamin Nolan, Human Resources Officer, Human Resources, Token Carter, Discharge Planner in the Office of Justice Policy and Programs, Deja Owens, Social Program Developer and Child Support Enforcement Agency, Katie Harder, Finance Administrator, Sanitary Engineering, Alvin Powell, Case Manager in the Office on Aging, Larice Cohens, Quality Improvement Specialist in the Office on Aging, Talisha Williams, Support Services and Sustainability Manager for Public Facilities Management, Sierra Ferris, Senior Program Coordinator for Economic Development and Planning, Shanika Flynn, Public Information Officer in the Department of Job and Family Services, Tracy Parks, Case Manager in the Department of Job and Family Services, Tamika Bumper, Social Program Developer in the Department of Job and Family Services, Ariane Owens, Family Stabilization Specialist in the Department of Job and Family Services, Michael London, Family Stabilization Specialist in the Department of Job and Family Services, Brittany Razik, Clerk to the Board of Commissioners, Ross Goldsmith, Public Information Officer in Public Affairs, Holly Deviney, Kennel Attendant Foreman in Animal Care and Control, and Devin Mann, Deputy Warden, Animal Care and Control. The focus for the 2022 Racial Equity Council will be implementation of 3 of the 11 adopted recommendations, which are create Racial Equity Council subgroups with Board of Commissioner agencies, implement and maintain diversity, equity, and inclusion standards into Board of Commissioner agencies, and tell the story of the Racial Equity Council and how Franklin County is ingraining racial equity into operations and services. We respectfully ask for the approval of this resolution and to formally recognize the members of the 2022 Franklin County Racial Equity Council,
Okay. Any comments or questions?
Fantastic.
Seeing that there are none, move to adopt 251-22.
Second.
Moved and seconded, voting. Commissioner Boyce?
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady?
Yes.
Commissioner Crawley?
Yes.
Resolution number 25122 has been adopted.
Thank you so much. Wonderful day.
Thank you. Have a wonderful day. Next up, we have Economic Development and Planning.
Resolution number 25222, resolution authorizing a grant agreement with Action for Children to provide rental and utility assistance to early childhood educators and child care families in Franklin County in the amount of $500,000. Ms. Snap, you're on mute.
Sorry. Good morning, Commissioners. Jenny Snap, Chief Operating Officer with Franklin County Economic Development and Planning. I'm proud to bring you this resolution this morning as partnership with the companion legislation from Job and Family Services, who you will hear from shortly. Action for Children has experience delivering early childhood education services to the Columbus and Franklin County area since 1972. They have achieved this through their mission to support, empower, and advocate by working with adults having the biggest impact on children's lives, parents, caregivers, and teachers. The majority of families that Action for Children serves are earning less than 80% of the area median income. In Franklin County alone, there are 688 child care centers and 225 family child care homes. They employ over 7,000 early childhood educators who are among the lowest paid professionals. Their average hourly wage are as follows. Assistant teachers, $11.39 an hour, which is 38% of Franklin County median income. Lead teachers, $12.22 an hour, which is 41% of Franklin County's median income. Both of these salaries are below the living wage of $14.12 an hour for a single adult with no children in Franklin County. Further, the rent cap is what the amount they can afford to pay in rent equaling no more than 30% of their income. And to note, the median rent in Franklin County is $997. Based on the income of an assistant teacher for early childhood educators, they can only afford to pay rent of $592.08 a month, which is their rent cap. And for lead teachers, this is $635.11 a month. This data clearly shows the need for rental assistance to the county's caregivers and educators. This investment from Franklin County in U.S. Treasury Emergency Rental Assistance Funds, the second tranche of funding, provides sufficient funds to be able to serve approximately 140 households under the Emergency Rental Assistance Program, which will have full operation and fiscal oversight by Action for Children. The average payment to households will be $3,000, with 75% of beneficiaries of the funds going to early childhood educators. The balance of funding will go to families and clients served by Action for Children's Family Engagement Program. I want to thank my partners at Job and Family Services, Vivian Turner and Bart Logan, and Lauren Rummel from Government Affairs. I also want to thank Mariah Lieberman and Commissioner Crawley's office, who has assisted in this legislation. And finally, I appreciate all Commissioner Crawley's support in this important legislation. This morning, we have Eric Karolak, CEO of Action for Children, in attendance, who will be speaking on this resolution, as well as the upcoming companion legislation from Job and Family Services.
Thank you, Jenny, and thank you, commissioners. This is a historic move that Franklin County is making to prioritize childcare and early learning, and the people who make that possible, the early childhood educators that Jenny just spoke so powerfully of their condition. Franklin County's future, its development, will rest on the workforce that the rest of the workforce relies on, and that's the early childhood workforce. You've heard a little bit about their condition. This resolution and the Job and Family Service resolution provides supports to the workforce in terms of rental support, to help them be able to have a secure home from which to leave every day, to go to work, to care for our young children, to make sure that workers are able to focus on their jobs while their children are safe and being well cared for in early childhood settings, family child care homes and child care centers throughout the county. We anticipate serving over 140 early childhood educators with the rental assistance program. I look forward to joining with other agencies that are doing so, providing rental assistance to other residents around the county, but with a targeted focus on this population because of its crucial nature for our workforce of today, helping parents go to work, and for development of the workforce of the future, the young children in the charge of these mostly women, 93% women, and overwhelmingly women of color. The Job and Family Services resolution, Jenny, if you wanted me to speak to that now too, or to wait.
I'll leave that up to the commissioners. I think perhaps probably waiting till that resolution comes forward.
Yeah, I will wait.
Thanks. So we appreciate the opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Good to see you again, and good to see you the other day. If there are no further comments or questions, move for adoption of 252-22.
Second.
Moved and seconded, voting. Commissioner Boyce?
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady?
Yes.
Commissioner Crawley?
Yes.
Resolution number 252-22 has been adopted. Resolution number 253-22. Resolution authorizing a contract and agreement with Stantec Consulting Services Incorporated for floodplain review in the amount of $10,000.
This resolution is to authorize a contract with Stantec Consulting Services to provide floodplain review services for the Economic Development and Planning Department in the amount of $10,000 for the unincorporated areas of Franklin County. EDP is the county agency responsible for overseeing the National Flood Insurance Program for the unincorporated areas of the county. Administering the program includes reviewing all development proposals for the presence of special flood hazard areas and ensuring that development within these areas meets the requirement of the National Flood Insurance Program regulations and the Franklin County zoning resolution. Stantec will be required to provide immediate services when needed and are required to be located in Franklin County. Development that occurs in the regulatory floodplain requires that a detailed analysis be completed by a professional in accordance with approved engineering practices. EDP does not have a PE, professional engineer, on staff and does not have the engineering expertise needed to review such detailed analysis for completeness and accuracy. In order to fulfill Franklin County's responsibility as a participant in the National Flood Insurance Program and to protect the people and property of the county, we will engage Stantec to provide these services. Pending any questions, staff requests your approval of this resolution.
If there are no comments or questions, move for adoption of 253-22.
Second.
Moved and seconded, voting, Commissioner Boyce?
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady?
Yes.
Commissioner Crawley?
Yes.
Resolution number 253-22 has been adopted. Resolution number 254-22, review of petition to annex 6.024 acres more or less from Jackson Township to the City of Grove City, case number ANX-11-22.
This resolution is to consider an expedited type 2 annexation petition of 6.024 acres from Jackson Township to the City of Grove City. The area to be annexed includes property located at 1189 White Road, that's south of White Road, east of Interstate 71, north of Pinnacle Club Drive and the Pinnacle Golf Club, and west of Jackson Pike. Petition was filed by agent and attorney Craig Moncrief of Plank Law Firm, who is in attendance should you have any questions, on behalf of the owner, Joseph Simonello. 47% of the site's perimeter is contiguous with the City of Grove City, and the city passed resolution number CR-08-22 on March 7, 2020, indicating the services that will be provided once the annexation is approved, and a statement regarding incompatible land uses and the zoning buffer. The petition meets all statutory requirements outlined in section 709.021 of the Ohio Revised Code, and pending any questions, we request your approval of this resolution.
If there are no comments or questions, move for adoption of 254-22.
Second.
Moved and seconded, voting, Commissioner Boyce?
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady?
Yes.
Commissioner Crawley?
Yes.
Resolution number 254-22 has been adopted. Resolution number 255-22, review of petition to annex 96.694 acres more or less from Jackson Township to the City of Grove City, case number ANX-12-22.
This resolution is to consider an expedited type 2 annexation petition of 96.694 acres from Jackson Township to the City of Grove City. The area to be annexed includes property located at 2134 London Groveport Road, an additional parcel at London Groveport Road, and 2088 London Groveport Road. Those are north of London Groveport Road, west of Borer Road, south of Quail Creek Boulevard, and east of Hoover Road. The petition was filed by agent and attorney Craig Moncrief of Plank Law Firm, who is in attendance should you have any questions, on behalf of the owner, Paul E. Harris, Jr. 33% of the site's perimeter is contiguous with the City of Grove City, and the city passed resolution number CR-09-22 on March 7th, 2022, indicating the services that will be provided once the annexation is approved, and a statement regarding incompatible land uses and the zoning buffer. The petition meets all the statutory requirements outlined in section 709.021 of the Ohio Revised Code, and pending any questions, we request your approval of this resolution.
If there are no comments or questions, move for adoption of 255-22.
Second.
Moved and seconded, voting, Commissioner Boyce,
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady,
Yes.
Commissioner Crawley.
Yes.
Resolution number 255-22 has been adopted.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jenny. Have a wonderful day. Next, we have Job and Family Services.
Resolution number 256-22, resolution approving a COVID-19 recovery grant for Franklin County RISE initiative supporting Franklin County families and child care providers in the amount of $10,784,048.
Good morning, Commissioners. Joy Bivens, Deputy County Administrator of Health and Human Services. Franklin County RISE is a joint initiative with the City of Columbus and Action for Children, which will administer an array of grants, incentives, and supportive services. This resolution focuses on two of the main components: child care scholarships for working families up against the benefits cliff, and incentives for child care providers to expand access to high-quality early learning options. Job and Family Services administers the publicly funded child care program, as you know, to 21,000 children across Franklin County. But even after increasing the initial income eligibility threshold from 130% of the federal poverty level to 140% FPL last year, Ohio is still among the bottom 10 states when it comes to eligibility for subsidized child care. RISE child care scholarships will provide families who fail to meet the PFCC eligibility criteria and struggle to pay out-of-pocket cost of care with affordability scholarships up to $10,000 annually. We believe we will be able to support up to 500 families this year alone with contributions from the City of Columbus. That number goes up to 100. That number will go up to 750. This resolution also supports the array of incentives for both child care centers and family child care homes, or Type B homes as we refer to them in the JFS world. More than $10.7 million this year and nearly $23 million American Rescue Plan funds over the 2-year length of this initiative will help us strengthen and stabilize our child care systems, helping us to make up the ground we have lost to begin and close the achievement gaps and disparities we all know exist, especially during the COVID pandemic. If there are no questions, I would ask your approval of this resolution, and I would also like to thank people at Job and Family Services, particularly Bart Logan and Vivian Turner, for all their hard work. And Commissioners, over the last 2 years, you all have invested more than $4 million as it relates to early childhood. That is unprecedented for commissioners to make that type of investment. So personally, on behalf of the community, I commend you, and I also want to thank Commissioner Crawley for stepping up and making sure that this came to fruition and having her office and her team work on this so diligently.
I guess I'll just add before I move for adoption that, you know, we are making progress, but our progress is not in the amount of funds that we put towards these initiatives, but the work that comes from it, the families that are impacted, the children that are impacted. And at some point, Deputy Administrator, we should look at the data that we're producing. I know you track that very well. You're very data oriented, and so I'm certain it exists. I'm certain that is an underlying construct. But at some point, we need to shift to not so much the amount, but what's really happening behind it, because it will help us for future allocations. Right. It will help us. You know, we're committed to this as part of our overall strategy. We've had just countless conversations about the benefits cliff and this early childhood piece that I agree Commissioner Crawley has just been amazing on. But it's more than dollars and cents, you know, and you know that's what I can't wait to see. And just when we look back after we started our Rise Together strategy, what does the data say about where we move the needle? I know you're tracking these things. I'm absolutely confident of that. And we need a little time for it to play out. You know, when you think of FSU and all the things that we've been able to do that sort of have tentacles in this work. But I'm excited. I can't wait where we'll get to a point, maybe it's 3 or 4 years from now, where we're really looking at some data that we can share with other counties. I know they want to see our programs that we're doing now, but you know, the real stories will be told when we peel back the layers and look at what we've been able to impact. So I'm excited about this, very enthusiastic about it. Great work on your behalf too, and your team as well. Deserve a lot of accolades because we are definitely moving the needle.
Commissioner, if I could just really quick, since you spoke of data, and you know that's my jam. So before, when we were moving into the Step Up to Quality work, right, and I believe that was, 3 years ago, Bart? You know, this county, 24% of its centers had stars. 68% of the 27,000 children that receive publicly funded childcare were African-American children in the lowest asset neighborhoods. So the mandate was coming, right? And that meant that parents who had their children in early learning centers that were receiving publicly funded childcare, a deadline was approaching, and we did not have enough centers for those parents to drop their children off at early learning centers, because if the centers didn't have the stars, they couldn't drop them off, and we didn't have enough centers. Due to the investment by this Franklin County Board of Commissioners, that needle moved from 24% to 99% due to those $4 million, which is significant, right? And those investments, to your point, it's not about the money, but what it can guarantee is this: no matter what child a center goes to, provided they have a star, they will be in a safe environment, they will be in a quality environment, but the curriculum will be up to standard so that when they go to kindergarten, they will be at the point where they should be in order to succeed in school. And that is a generational impact.
That's crucial. I'm just so glad that you zeroed in on that data point, because that's really what we need to talk more about and need to share, because it's one thing for, and this is the last thing I'll say, it's one thing for the county to invest funds, but we have to help the rest of our partners understand what the collaborative effort means and how we can change the next generation's trajectory. And whether you're the city of Columbus or a corporation, a corporate citizen here in Central Ohio, understanding what this type of investment means for our future is very much a part of the variables that will drive what we look like 20 years from now, when it really matters what we've done today. So I think we're off to a good track. This is one of my favorite parts about being affiliated with Franklin County, is this work. So I don't know if there are any further comments or questions. If not.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
Go ahead, Commissioner. Yes.
I was gonna say, I do have some I'd like to say, but I was gonna see if you wanted to check in with our guest, Mr. Caroline.
Dr. Caroline.
Thank you, Commissioners. Deputy County Administrator Bivens really handled the case for this very well, and I'm so pleased to know that the Commissioners are also thinking about the data behind this, because we'll be tracking the stories. These, at the end of the day, these are individual stories about families, children, and how these dollars can make a difference in their lives to improve their trajectory, their opportunities. And so we're very eager to be tracking that and telling that story with you.
Commissioner, if I might, Commissioner President, Commissioner Boyce bringing up the data and the measurement behind all of this, as he always does, is absolutely correct. And I know that DCA Bivens is fantastic when it comes to the measurement and tracking the data. And it's fantastic because we will always be able to see and know the impact that these investments make. But I've been here for a little bit. I've been around Franklin County for a while, and in my time here, you can always look at certain things that we do as a board, and you say to yourself, wow, that was something that made a difference. That was something that made a huge impact. And the longer you're here, the more of those things collect and add up, and you know that you made an impact in the lives of the residents of Franklin County in real, honest, measurable ways. And the longer you're here, the more of those add up, and the more you feel, that you did something. This is one of those days when, you wake up in the morning and you look at the agenda that we're voting on today and you say, oh, there's one of those things. There's a lot of things on today's agenda that matter, but this is one of those days. And so, as a board member, I feel great about today, but you, Commissioner President Crowley, this was something that you shepherded. This is something that you did. This is something that you and your staff worked on. This is something that you put together. You did the yeoman's work here. You did the lion's share of this. And so this is something that you can feel. You've been here for a minute. And I'm not saying that you haven't had an impact already, because you have. You've had a major impact, and we've all seen it. We all know it. You've heard me say it many times. I got to up my game to keep up with you. But this is one of those days. Whether it's today or tomorrow or next week or a year from now, you'll be able to look back on today and realize this is one of those things that we did, and we do them all the time. This is one of those big things that we did that you're going to be able to look at and say, this had a major impact on the lives of the residents of Franklin County. And sometimes they get blurry because we do so many of them, but sometimes they're really big, and this one's a really big one. So congratulations to the residents of Franklin County, but congratulations to you for the hard work, and your staff for the hard work that you guys put in to make this thing happen.
Thank you so much, Commissioner O'Grady, Commissioner Boyce. I say all the time, I am blessed and honored to be able to work with you two who get it, who've been doing this work and in these spaces way longer than I have. And so coming here and being able to work with partners like Action for Children and JSS and not having to convince people who are already like, this makes sense, makes this job enjoyable and easy. And so it is our neighbors in Franklin County who will benefit by this program, these programs, and is able to move Franklin County forward. As Commissioner Boyce said, he's been working on the benefits cliff forever. So even the previous resolution for the rental assistant, he already, got that people weren't able to make ends meet. Childcare providers should not even be on assistance themselves. That's just a tragedy. So, this isn't a handout, this is a hand up, and helping people be able, who are taking care of, our children, be able to take care of themselves as well. But before we move on, I just want to talk about data because it is very important. I'm a numbers girl, you all know that. The day after our press conference, so the press conference was the 24th, the Dispatch released an article on the 25th that talked about the challenges that our preschoolers are facing when it comes to speech, language, and hearing. In 2021, 52% of our preschoolers between the ages of 3 and 6 failed their speech and language test, or 3 and 5, I should say, failed their speech and language test, 52%. 40% failed their hearing test. And that's because of the pandemic isolation, not being able to be in a childcare setting or a pre-K setting, having to be at home with family members who are trying to juggle work and take care of their children. And so because of that isolation, we see how it impacts speech and language and hearing and learning. Before the pandemic, it was only 27% who failed their speech and language test. Before the pandemic, it was only 11% of our 3 to 6 year olds had a communication disorder. So we see where our challenges lie just from 2021 alone. And these children typically get tested in their childcare setting or in their pre-K setting. And so we have some ground to make up, but having these investments for our centers, for our home-based providers, and for our teachers will help, move the needle and hopefully get our children caught up. And so when they are tested again, that we don't see a high percentage or more than 50% of our children failing their speech and language test, which we know will have a direct impact when they go to kindergarten and take their kindergarten readiness assessment around October and November. And then obviously those have impacts for our 3rd grade reading guarantee. We know that when we invest in early education, the return, the ROI is 10 to 1. And we know that early investment means that we have more people graduating from high school going on to college or to get an industry recognized credential, that they're less likely to go in the criminal justice system. So I don't need to, reiterate what this investment does. We know that, but it takes investment today, tomorrow, and in the future. So thank you again to everyone who had a hand in this. The task force, I put together some of the recommendations, JFS and EDP, who was willing to be innovative and come up with some additional recommendations that we all put together that we see today. So thank you to my colleagues. Thank you to Administrator Wilson for your support. I really appreciate you all. You have no idea.
If there are no further comments or questions, move for adoption of 256-22.
Second.
Moved and seconded, voting Commissioner Boyce,
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady,
Yes.
Commissioner Crawley.
Yes.
Resolution number 25622 has been adopted.
Next, we have Justice Policy and Programs. Thank you, County Administrator Bivens. Thank you.
Resolution number 25722. Resolution authorizing receipt of the Franklin County FY 2021 Services Training Officers Prosecutors Violence Against Women Act Administrative Grant Award and granting authority to the President of the Board of Commissioners to sign all acceptance documents and waivers related to the grant program in the amount of $22,683.56.
Good morning, Commissioners and County Administration. Rochelle Pride, Director for the Office of Justice Policy and Programs. This resolution is presented to the Board of Commissioners for authorization to accept the FY 2021 Stop Violence Against Women Administrative Grant in the amount of $17,012.67 from the Ohio Office of Criminal Justice Services as a pass-through from the Federal Office of Violence Against Women. The administrative grant will require a cash match of $5,670.89 from Franklin County's general fund. The breakdown would consist of the FY 2020 admin award of $17,012.67 with the required match of $5,670.89 for the total award of $22,683.56. Administrative funds will be used to offset OJPP personnel costs necessary to administer the Violence Against Women Block Grant. Pending any questions, we would respectfully ask approval of this resolution.
Thank you, and like your glasses. Those are nice.
Thank you, Commissioner.
If there are no comments or questions, move for adoption of 257-22. Hey, Commissioner Crawley, you'll be happy to know one of our former colleagues from the legislature is going to work in that agency, I believe, or there's some connection to the VAWA, so we can talk about that later. But if there are no comments or questions, move for adoption of 257-22.
Second.
Moved and seconded, voting Commissioner Boyce,
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady,
Yes.
Commissioner Crawley.
Yes.
Resolution number 25722 has been adopted. Resolution number 25822. Resolution authorizing a contract renewal with Mitchell Patterson for peer support and case management services through the FY 2020 Comprehensive Opioid Stimulant and Substance Abuse Program in the amount of $17,000.
Mitchell Patterson was awarded by Resolution 0356-21 on May 11, 2021, a contract to provide peer support and case management services for justice-involved individuals at risk of an opioid-related overdose. In addition to case management and peer support services, Mr. Patterson agreed to work non-traditional evening and weekend hours in the Rapid Resource Center. Mr. Patterson has worked with the Franklin County Office of Justice Policy and Programs since 2021 as a peer support specialist and has significant experience working with individuals early in recovery and/or with mental health disorder, both from his own personal experiences and as a case manager employed full-time with Alvis Incorporation. Mr. Patterson has established himself as a valued member of the OJPP team and the Rapid Resource Center, and we believe he will continue to be an asset to our cadre of peer support specialists working with justice-involved individuals being released from our county jails. This resolution presented before the Board of Commissioners today requests approval of a contract renewal for peer support and case management services with Mitchell Patterson through that FY 2020 Comprehensive Opioid Stimulant and Substance Abuse Program in the amount of $17,000 The term of the contract renewal is for an additional term beginning April 1st, 2022, and terminating September 30th of 2022. All other terms and conditions of the original contract, not inconsistent with the modifications made by this amendment, shall remain in full force and effect and remain unchanged by this amendment. Pending any questions, we would seek approval of this resolution.
If there are no comments or questions, move for adoption of 258-22.
Second.
Moved and seconded, voting, Commissioner Boyce?
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady?
Yes.
Commissioner Crawley?
Yes.
Resolution number 258-22 has been adopted.
Thank you. Have a great day.
You too. Director Pride, I like your glasses too.
Thank you, Commissioner.
Mine are blue. They're a little less, they're a little more understated than yours.
Thank you, Director. Have a wonderful day. Next, we have sanitary engineers.
Resolution number 259-22. Resolution authorizing a final contract modification with Elite Excavating Company of Ohio Incorporated to close out the National Pike Little Farms Neighborhood Water Main Replacement Project Phase 2 for a decrease of $383,760.71 in the amount of $4,314,291.28.
Good morning, Commissioners. Ryan Stowe with the Sanitary Engineer. We are seeking the authorization of a final contract modification with Elite Excavating Company of Ohio to officially close out our National Pike Little Farms Neighborhood Water Main Replacement Project Phase 2. The Board of Commissioners contracted with Elite via Resolution number 429-20 to provide labor, materials, and equipment to install approximately 14,500 linear feet of ductile iron water main, replace or relocate 28 fire hydrants, and install 45 valves in the Little Farms neighborhood located in Prairie Township. Throughout the course of the work, Elite Excavating Company of Ohio conducted themselves in a very professional manner, resulting in a successful project, allowing them to come in under budget, $383,760.71. The sanitary engineer is highly satisfied with the project and wishes at this time to formally close out the project with a final contract modification reflecting the new contract value of $4,314,291.28. Any questions or comments? I respectfully request the passage of this resolution.
If there are no comments or questions, move for adoption of 259-22.
Second.
Moved and seconded, voting, Commissioner Boyce?
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady?
Yes.
Commissioner Crawley?
Yes.
Resolution number 259-22 has been adopted.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a wonderful day.
Thanks, you
Next,
too.
we have purchasing. Thank you.
Resolution number 260-22. Resolution approving purchases for various Franklin County agencies in the amount of $1,814,765.44.
Good morning, Commissioners. Megan Perry Balanier, Director of Purchasing, and joining me is Marlise Ryan, Economic Equity Administrator in the Office of Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion. Commissioners, this resolution requests your approval of 110 purchase orders for which the county auditor has pre-certified available funding. Marlise, I'll turn it over to you. Good morning.
Thank you and good morning. We have for your approval today 12 purchase orders presented to 3 small and emerging businesses, 6 women business enterprises, 1 LEDE, and 2 minority business enterprise, totaling $110,000, $52.30. Sorry. This week, the following agencies have provided opportunities for equitable inclusion to small businesses: the Auditor's Office, Court of Common Pleas, Clerk of Courts, Domestic Relations and Juvenile Court, the Engineer, Public Facilities Management, Prosecuting Attorney's Office, Recorder's Office, and the Sheriff's.
Thank you, Marlise. Pending any questions, Commissioners, we request your approval of this resolution.
Thank you. If there are no comments or questions, move for adoption of 260-22.
Second.
Moved and seconded, voting, Commissioner Boyce?
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady?
Yes.
Commissioner Crawley?
Yes.
Resolution number 260-22 has been adopted.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Thank you. You too. Next, Do we have any journalizations, Madam Clerk?
Yes, we do. We have one, Madam President. Thank you. Case number ANX-18-22, an expedited Type 2 annexation petition, ANX-18-22, was filed with the Franklin County Economic Development and Planning Department on March 23, 2022. The petition is requesting to annex 7.67 acres from Clinton Township to the City of Columbus. The petition will be considered by the Board of Commissioners on April 26, 2022. Site 824-880 Kinnear Road, PID number 130-000272, 858 Kinnear Road, PID number 130-011844.
Thank you so much. Are there any members of the media who are on today who have questions? Hearing none, that concludes our business for today. Everyone have a wonderful day. Thank you.